What's going on, family?
Yo!
It is your boy, JT, the corporatepreneur, and I am here with...
You.
We leaving that in there, too.
I forgot who I was. Yeah. Hey, it's Tommy, the born-again bachelor.
And we just decided to come together, man, and create some content, right? Just to kind of help further our personal brands, our businesses, the different things that we have going on. But with that being said, like, we really don't have like an agenda.
There's absolutely no plan whatsoever. We did not plan this at all.
Like full transparency, this was so unplanned. Like,
it was.
We just talked for 30 minutes into the microphones without pressing record. So
so it was a lot of content we'd already covered.
Yeah, that we already covered.
So we probably never gonna be able to use it.
Yeah, we gonna run it back for y'all, right? Yeah. But with that being said, man, let's talk a little bit about this year, 2023, right? Yeah. Maybe some of the things that we're proud of that we got to accomplish, or maybe even some challenges and things like that we've overcome. And I'll just kind of jump it off like while I'm here, while I'm going. So first and foremost, y'all, like, this year was like pretty exciting, okay? Like, for a couple reasons. Man, at the start of the year, I got to go to the Grammys, the 65th annual Grammy Awards, right? So
I'm still jealous about that,
bro.
Man.
That was like a dope experience, being able to see, Beyonce and Jay and, DJ Khaled, man, just all these stars, bro.
So what make that funny, I was like, when you got that, I was happy for you, but like, dang, I'm a musician. This nigga don't do nothing musically, right. And he at the Grammys.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It was like that. But what's funny, bro, even when I was there, bro, I was hitting people with the business funding.
Yeah.
I was like, man, when the banks say no, we say yes. If you're an artist and you're trying to fund your projects, this is where we come in, bro. I had a picture, bro. I was making the shape, But no, bro. So yeah, man, went to the Grammys. That was a dope experience. Just seeing people at the highest level, man. The Super Bowl for music artists, man, like, that was just wild. The fashion, bro, it just was a lot of like dope stuff, and even like, bro, like that next week, I got to take the family to Disney World. So, that was cool. That was an exciting moment, for me, throughout the year. But 2023 also had some valleys, man, some challenges for me to overcome, man. One, I was about to go to jail. I was doing 106 in the 70, speeding down. And the boonies, middle of nowhere, St. Louis, right? And I was about to go to jail, Class A misdemeanor. You know what I'm saying? Like, reckless driving, had that stuff on my record, man. I was just like, man, I'm finished. But thankfully, I was able to overcome that situation, by dropping $2,500. It's amazing what some money will do when you do something wrong, right?
Man, $2,500.
$2,500 for speeding, right? But it was a Dodge Challenger, man. And if anybody... Y'all know what it's like on the open road. It's just, it's.
You're supposed to speed in that.
You got to. You know what I'm saying?
It's only right.
Yeah, and even kind of moving on from there, I had some health challenges this year, right? So if any of you guys, you follow me, you seen my reel or my whatever I put up there, just kind of talking about how I was diagnosed with diabetes, and I had no idea. I was working, running, grinding, doing everything, had some migraines and stuff like that, lost control of the function in my right eye. It was just like Forrest Whitaker. It was just kind of rolling around, whatever. And, man, went to the hospital. They ran tests. And they're like, look, man, your blood sugar's high. It's caused a paralysis in your nerve. That's why you can't control your eye. And, bro, that was a tough time. Like being completely transparent, I cried for a little bit. Like, I was like, man, I'm about to be blind. Like, this is it,
Did it come out of both eyes or just one?
Just one eye, man. Yeah, just one. But being able to bounce back from that, man, something I was supposed to take a year to heal and recover from. Thank God I was able to do that in like 2 to 3 weeks, right? So that was just kind of my year in a snapshot. But you go ahead too. But talk a little bit about your year, man.
You talked about the grinding aspect and how that played a role in your health. Mm-hmm. And I had a health scare too this year, actually, mm-hmm. like really recent. And I can attribute that to the concept of grinding. I think when we're in this space, this entrepreneurial space, this mm-hmm. creative space, that's one of the things that we live at. Man, we got to grind. We got to make this happen. We got to bust our bag. We got to go after the bag, right? Mm-hmm. And I think there was this music mogul who I dare not mention. at this present time.
Diddy.
Who put emphasis on grinding, and I think that for years a lot of people have lived by that, and it's so unhealthy. It's not sustainable. You know, we do all of this grinding. We stay up late at night. You know, we out in the morning. We're out at every event. We're doing all this stuff, and our bodies are just shutting down. And like, what use is it to get to the bag if you don't live to enjoy the bag? Yeah. So, you know, like I said, this year I had my share of health scares, and I one of the things that I said I wasn't going to do anymore was grind, you know, and I don't believe that we have to grind. I think that if we believe in ourselves, believe in what, you know, our Creator has given us, you know, I know the end of my story is going to be great, right? So if I know that it's going to be great, I don't have to rush to it. You know, I can take my time. I can be patient. You know, I can enjoy the details of life, and I can just move forward, knowing that I'm gonna get there eventually, as long as I keep moving forward and working. So that's kind of like my year in review, man. I had a lot happen this year, man, and honestly, if I wasn't in the mindset that I'm in now, I probably would have unalived myself. I ain't gonna even hold you. Yeah. I had a major surgery in the beginning of the year. Matter of fact, it was like 2 days before my birthday. That set me back. You know, I was homeless for a bit. You know, I lost a car. You know, my health scare. And the crazy thing is, this was the hardest year of my life, and the best year of my life. I learned so much about myself. You know, I gained so much clarity on my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing on this earth. And like I said, had it not been for my mindset, I don't think I would have made it through this year. But that's the thing that I'm most proud of, that I was able to be resilient and bounce back from a lot of those setbacks. And as crazy as it sounds, I wouldn't change it for anything. You know, then I look at, you know, the end of the year, how it ended. Man, it's like, it was almost like God was like, okay, here's your reward for everything that you went through this entire year, man. And I'm just embracing it and looking forward to this new year. Like, man, like, if this is how my year is ending, I know this year is gonna be amazing. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. You know, it was a tough year, but you know, I made it through. And I made it through.
And I like that. And in addition to that, bro, just a common theme from what you kind of said, we both had a moment where we talked about our health, right? If there's nothing that I learned this year, it's that, you know, health is wealth, right? And you know, we people say that it's a cliche, and you know, health is wealth, but man, until your health is attacked, until you in that hospital, that ER, and they telling you something is happening and they got to go in and operate this, and you get, like, stuff get real, you know, and in those moments you really realize like what's truly important, right? And we had talked before on a live, and I said, like, man, like, you know, bro, I'm gonna die empty. Like, anything that I got on the inside of me, like, I gotta get it out. Like gifts, talents, treasures, like all of that stuff, man, because life is so precious, right? And you know, it's important to seize every moment. And in addition to the, you know, like I say, things that we experienced this year, the health piece is so important. And I want to encourage you, if everyone under the sound of my voice,
preach
right?
to them.
You know, I want you to go, fellas, especially fellas, man, go get checked out, right? Like, you know, I hadn't been to a doctor in maybe 3 years, right? And if ever I do have something wrong, we go into the urgent care or whatever. But man, once you, especially if you in your 30s, whatever, this is when, you know, it's time to get them oil changes. Things start happening in your body, especially if we ain't playing sports and stuff like that like we used to. We not as active. You know, some of us, right? I know some guys are still active, but it's still important to go see that doctor because things be going on with the body, you know, our diets and what they putting in the air. I mean, it's just so much going on. And it's important to be proactive to go see that doctor, man. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man, health is so vital that we take care of ourselves, man. It's like you said, especially as men, because I think, you know, just from my experience as being a man, I mean, that's the only thing I've been my entire life. Yeah. But, you know, we can be stubborn sometimes. It's like, man, like, I ain't about to go to no doctor. I'll be fine. I'm going to sleep this off. Yeah. You know, I just got to sit down for a little bit. Yeah. And it'd be some stuff that can take y'all. You came to the hospital when I was, listen, I didn't take it serious. You walked in there, I was eating B-Dub. I was sitting up there
knocking back a 12 piece.
Because I didn't, you know, I figured, I'm like, oh, man, this ain't nothing. I'll be all right. And then that next day when they came in, it was like, hey, man, like, you got a blood clot on your heart. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like it hit me like, dude, I can be up out of here. So it's like, man, we got to take our health serious. And that don't mean you got to like go crazy in the gym. I mean, if you want to, you can, but like just switch up some habits, man. Don't eat so late at night. Sleep more, drink more water, walk around the crib a little bit. Like keep your body like lubricated, So yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like a pause should have went there, baby.
Pause, yeah, something. Yeah. Lubricated. Yeah. But no, so in addition to that, man, I kind of talked about it, about dying empty, right? So in an effort and in the spirit of dying empty, one of the things that I'm excited about in the new year, 2024, I'm launching a new business venture, right? So we've kind of all been in like this content space, me, you, Keenan, for years. And I want to do something special for my kids, right? Create a stream of income that's specifically dedicated towards them, their events, their extracurricular activities, and something that they can kind of be in and get in and be a part of, right? Them being a part of business funding right now, it kind of don't really fit. But so I created an ads agency. It's called Working My Ads Off. Okay, a little play on words there, where we help small business owners create content, ads, headshots, various forms of social media and content overall to help promote their business, right? So for those business owners who are camera shy and maybe you don't know what to say in front of a camera, you don't know how to create content that speaks to your audience or that would even make them want to buy from you. That's where me and my team, we will come in. We will write scripts for you, shoot, edit, the whole shebang. All you got to do is reach out to us and we'll take care of that for you. So I'm excited to launch that business venture in the new year, Working My Ads Off. It's a business that is dedicated to my kids to help fund their extracurricular activities, but also to kind of scratch my creative itch, man. A lot of people ask me, yo, JT, what's up with your camera setup or how you do this? Or, man, I like your videos. They're funny, man. Can you help me do that? So I'm creating a space where I can be able to provide that for people as well. And we still funding businesses too, right? So that ain't going nowhere. This is just me separating everything so that way I can service everybody a little bit better. So.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, man, we've been in this thing 4 or 5 years now, like just in the trenches, doing the research, hiring coaches, buying courses, buying classes, programs, joining classes, joining groups and sitting in and, and now like you said, I think we've gained enough knowledge over the years to like really start helping people. And I think it'll be very lucrative business, not just because it's going to make money, but to like really help people like you and I, man, who are looking for like, man, how do I take my business to the next level? How do I take what I'm doing to the next level? Because I mean, y'all see it on YouTube all the time. Yeah. These young bucks, 24, 25 years old, hopping out of the Bugatti. Yeah. Talking about they retired at 24. Yeah. How I made 6 figures in 30 days. And, those things sometimes seem doesn't seem attainable. But, for some people it is. But we like to approach it from the perspective like, yo, we average people just like you. You know what I'm saying? We're dads, we're fathers, we're in the community, we're doing this, and we can, add to what we're already doing and build it. So we just, I really think that's gonna be a good move for you in the new year.
Yeah, and also too, and we're gonna be collaborating like on that project and other projects as well, right? So. I got to give you and your brother y'all flowers. Y'all kind of help inspire me or planted the seeds for me to even be able to kind of do my own thing with my camera, my content, my setups. You know what I'm saying? So definitely more collaboration and whatnot in the future with that.
Side note, collaboration. Listen, this is a word from the Lord. Okay. Listen, in 2024, collaborate, man. Don't try to do this by yourself. I think a lot of people have shot themselves in the foot because they want to be the ones that made it happen instead of having a team or instead of building with somebody else. Even if y'all not a team, y'all just collaborating together to make something happen. I think the saying goes, if you want to get there faster, do it alone. But if you want it to last, do it together.
Something like that.
Something like that.
That's close.
Yes, it's close. But when you work with somebody, collaborate with people, man, number one, it'll save you money. You guys are pulling your resources together. You're pulling your talents and your gifts together. And it makes it easier to like relieve some of that stress on like, man, what do I do here? What do I do there? When you have more minds in the pot. So in 2024, please collaborate. Find you people that are on the same mission as you, people that are like-minded, people that are trying to go where you're trying to go, and y'all go there together.
Yeah. And I think that's so true, man. Collaboration team, that's so important. And I'm thankful for, you, King, I got some other guys who I reach out to too, who kind of help in the spaces of, like content or whatever, like that's so important. You need sparring partners, right? And in addition to that, like on the business side of things, one thing that I know I need to do better with, and I've been guilty of it a little bit. So these are two things, man. Like one is everybody is not your ideal customer or ideal client, right? Yeah. You can't cast this wide net to try to help everybody. When you try to help everybody, you end up helping nobody in the process, right? And it causes you sometimes to get people who are unqualified. You get these headache clients, and it's just a whole mess, right? So one, I want just something that I'm working on, and I really want to focus in on certain groups of people that I want to help, right? And that who can truly benefit and get the transformations from the information, the knowledge, the teaching that I'm going to share with them. That's the first thing. And then the second piece is this goes with like pricing and like services and things like that. Like your price is your price, right? Like I've fallen into that trap or gap of like, man, wanting to help people, wanting to meet people where they are. And man, like lowering my price and still having to do all this work and stuff like that. And feeling like, man, the value that I'm giving, the information that I'm giving, the time that I've took to acquire this, to give this, I'm giving it to you for pennies on the dollar. I personally don't even feel good with executing or doing the work to the highest level, because subconsciously in the back of my mind, it's like, yeah, man, dang, I'm really not getting paid as much for this anymore, or they don't even really truly value me. Now, yes, that onus is on me. I'm accountable for that, right? For putting myself in that position. But what I also just kind of going back into trying to help people, man, stick to your price. Mm-hmm. The people who truly see the value in you, they're going to pay that gladly. They're going to be willing to work with you. And those are the people that you focus and you leverage to grow your business on. So those are just two things that I kind of wanted to click on, for going into the new year, and things that I'm going to stay away from completely.
My brother actually, the phone call before we start, he actually said something to me that like is really dope. He said there's ponds, lakes, and oceans.
Yeah.
He said, man, you got to pick where you want to fish.
Yeah.
In a pond, you may get a little guppies here and there. In the lake, you might get the bigger bass. In that ocean, you get them whales.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So pick where you want to fish and stay there. You know what I'm saying? If your target is high-end clientele, go after them high-end clientele. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And don't settle for anything less. Don't adjust your prices because somebody said Johnny down the street can do it for a little bit cheaper. Well, tell them to take their ass down there to Johnny down the street and let Johnny help them. You know what I'm saying? But stick to whatever your prices is in 2024. Stick to them. Don't switch it up for nobody. Now, if you want to do somebody a favor, your fan, whatever, friend, that's on you. But as far as your standards, you keep them there. The people who your customers, they gonna come to you. The people who are for you, they gonna purchase it. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I always used to trip me out, I had a friend who sells jewelry, and I will go to their website. And on their website, their jewelry was like $500, $600, $1,000, right? And then in your mind, looking like, man, that's a lot of money, right? But you also go on and you see sold out. So that means somebody buying it. So don't ever think that, if you value your stuff, don't ever lower your value or your price because people ain't willing to pay it. There's people that's going to be willing to pay it. So stick to your prices.
For sure. I think, that's so important, right? Sticking to the prices. I kind of talked about that too. But also too, man, getting in front of the right people, right? Like, I think I want to encourage people in this new year, don't be afraid to like truly market your business. Now, I'm not just talking about, yes, you have the organic where you can go and on Facebook make posts, and I know some people want to tag 100,000 people in a post so you can see it.
But they hit highlights. They hit the highlight to tag everybody.
Yeah, like that's cool for like supplemental, work and stuff like that. But I would encourage you, man, really seek out someone who could actually help you with some marketing, right? Or Do your own paid ads, right? Get on YouTube University. Really start putting some money behind what you're doing so you can get into some of them different lakes and ponds and wells and stuff like that, so you can fish with different people, so that way you can truly get the clients that your business deserves. I think a lot of people, depending on the business, right, depending on the model, what you got going on, yeah, you may start within your community or your hometown, but that's a rough place to start depending on the type of business that you have, right? So it's important to don't be afraid to put some dollars behind what you got going on, so you can get into different markets, and so other people can truly see the value what you bring to the table,
and stick to your niche.
Yeah.
I know for me, that was a lesson for me, because in the beginning, I talk about divorce all the time, right? Because I've been divorced, and in the beginning it was rough, because I'm like, man, don't nobody want to keep hearing this story. Don't nobody want to keep, in my mind, I'm defeating myself, like, man, don't nobody want to hear. They gonna think I'm bitter. They gonna think I'm this. And like I kind of scaled back on talking about it, and I kind of made a broader approach, like, healing emotionally and stuff like that. And it wasn't fulfilling, and I wasn't reaching anybody. But it wasn't until I started talking specifically about how to navigate life after divorce, specifically talking about the pain points of what it's like going through a divorce, dealing with custody battles, dealing with an ex that's mad, talking specifically about those things, that I started gaining an audience or whatever. So you gotta get rid of the opinions of others, get rid of your opinion too, because you don't value yourself enough or whatever. But get out of your own head and specifically deal with whatever it is that your target is. Focus on that. And like you said, get some ads behind that, so you can target specific people.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're supposed to do it. If you keep your stuff so broad, it's pretty much like any and everybody hearing your stuff, and sometimes it's falling on people who really don't need your information.
True.
You want to attract the people that need what you're sharing. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. And I think too, there's another side of the coin to that as well, right? I know there's the same people say the riches are in the niches, you know what I'm saying? Like when you really niche down or whatever, however you want to call it. But I also think too, man, don't be afraid to leverage you yourself, the individual, as an actual niche, right? Yeah, you may be the marriage guy or the funding guy or whatever, but even within that umbrella of who you are, what you have going on, you wear the hats. You're a father, right? I'm a father. You may coach. You may have other interests, other hobbies. Don't be afraid to leverage everything you are and bring that to the forefront to help drive and fuel and grow your business. There are people always buy from people, right? So that, you may lead with, whatever your main focus or product or service is too, but don't be afraid to show those other aspects, those other layers, those other interests that you may have, because that could also help you propel and grow your business as well. So I wanted to just kind of,
it's real, because the market is saturated in every niche. It's saturated.
Yeah.
So what separates you from everybody else is you.
Right.
People
Absolutely.
want to know who you are. What makes you different from everybody else, right? JT, you do the business funding stuff. I can get on Instagram right now and see 100 people doing that.
100.
So what separates you from there? Me, I'm dealing with divorce, technically in a relationship space.
Yeah.
Every time I get on TikTok and talking about relationships, breakups, man versus woman, this and that, right? You know what I'm saying? So what makes me different from everybody else, and what makes me different is me. Seeing those aspects of you outside of just that niche, right? So man, be you in every aspect, and bring that to your brand. You know what I'm saying? Bring that to your brand, the you and the brand, because people tired of robots.
Yeah, for real.
Here's another relationship guru. Here's another finance guru.
Right. All of that stuff and copycats. And that was another thing too. Like in this year, like even me personally, y'all, like, man, I really, man, F the algorithm.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Like, I mean, yes, I would love to go viral and see and reach people. That's what kind of paid ads and stuff come in, right? But at the same time, like, man, I'm not letting no imaginary system determine what's hot, like what I think is like hot, because just to be completely honest, the algorithm gets it wrong. Like BBLs and big butts and twerk content, like that stuff ain't hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, so I'm operating in the space of like, man, I'm going to create, right, what I want to create that's valuable to the people in my community, and how I want my brand to be remembered. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just tired of the other game, like the nonsense, bro. Like, I don't want to be up here doing all this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's nothing wrong with having fun and getting in on a challenge or two here or there.
What's the
Cool.
point into the stuff?
Yeah, you know, it's cool, right? Like we all can, have some fun with it, but like I'm not about to be out here like quote unquote selling my soul or just completely conforming to everything that's like.
So here's the thing. The thing. We fight to go viral, right? I know people with tens of thousands of followers whose stuff go viral and they ain't making no money. I know people. I know people with 1,000 followers and they stuff get 50, 100 views. Yeah, and they 6-figure earners.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does that work? What is the math with that algorithm? Well, how this works is they specifically talking to their people.
Gotcha.
I would rather have 1,000 followers, and out of that 1,000, 900 of them are my customers, than have 30,000 followers and only 10 of them people
right, that's real.
rock with me.
Yeah.
So it's like, change your perspective. It ain't about going viral. It ain't about getting the most views. Of course, we want our stuff in front of the most people. We want it to reach, but it's really about getting your stuff in front of the people who you need, who needs what you got.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, just change your approach, man. We ain't trying to go viral no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't our mindset. I mean, I would love to go viral.
Right.
I ain't gonna sit here and say, man, I want to go viral, but like that's
the views?
Right. That ain't the goal. The goal shouldn't be to go viral. The goal should be to be effective, and that's what I want to be.
Absolutely, man. And so, with that being said, man, we kind of touched a little bit on like what we went through this year, experiences, different things like that. Maybe even some watch outs or blind spots from our own personal experience. Things that we're gonna kind of avoid going into the new year, man. Like I didn't want this to be like a long video or anything. We getting ready to wrap this thing up here. Are there any like last words, man, or just anything from? It could be about business, personal, whatever. Anything you want to leave to the people, man, as we get ready to wrap up and go into the new year.
For me, life is about perspective.
Okay,
it's all about how you view the world, and I think that in this year. I know I'm not the only person that went through a lot this past year.
Yeah.
But I think if we can shift our perspectives this year and to think, okay, yeah, this is bad, but I know something good can come out of this. I know, and it sounds easy. It's hard as heck to do. But if we can constantly day-to-day practice that, like, okay, I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna keep going. Eventually, things are gonna break for you. My favorite, a quote from one of my favorite books says, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy is for sure to come in the morning."
Yeah.
Right. So that means weeping, your sorrow, the sadness. It may last only a night. It may not even last night. It may be last for a brief moment. But one thing's for sure is that at the end of the day, like joy is always going to come. The sun is always going to come up. And if we keep that mindset that yeah, these are hard times, but the sun is eventually going to come up. You apply that to any area in your life, business, personal, relationship, family, at your job, wherever you're at, you apply that to any aspect of your life. That mindset, it will make a lot of things more easy. A lot of times we stress out about the things that haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
We stress out about the past. That's another thing. Be present, live in the moment. Stop thinking about the future so much. Stop looking back at the past. The past happened. The future hasn't happened yet. You're in the moment now. Live in that moment. Don't let anxiety, oh man, this can go bad. This can go bad. Live in the moment. Appreciate your surroundings. Enjoy those moments that you sitting at home with your kids. Enjoy that moment where, you riding in your car and there's beautiful scenery. Enjoy those silent moments. Enjoy the moments of sitting back, binge watching some Netflix. Yeah. Like, enjoy the moment. And the more you enjoy the moments, the less worries you'll have on your shoulders.
Nah, bro. I think you said a lot, man. Being present, being in the moment. I think that's huge, right? Not living in the past. All those things are extremely important. For me, I've got two things that kind of come to mind, man. One, being in the space of man, financial literacy. We're talking about credit. I talk to bankers and stuff like that. It's important to get your financial house in order, y'all. Like we entering into this era where there's more access to information than ever before. And we need to start indulging and studying about, investing, right? Real estate, getting that credit together. Just really taking care of your financial house, getting life insurance, paying down, debt, making sure you're on a budget. You know where all your dollars are going. Inflation has been high. There's been a lot of people struggling. A lot of it, yes, it is out of our control, but some of it we can mitigate by being better stewards of what we've been given, right? So that's the first thing, right? The financial piece, getting that house in order. And then the second piece, man, we kind of talked about this before, but man, I encourage you guys to die empty. Like whatever your dreams are, your goals are, those visions, those things that keep you up at night, or those things that, man, oh man, I used to do this back in high school or whatever, man. Maybe I want to revisit that, or I don't know, like how to go about it, man. Like die empty, pursue, taste, and see everything that this earth experience has to offer you, right? And so that way you can truly be the person you were called and created to be. Somebody is waiting on you to step up to do that one thing, right? So that way they can get their breakthrough, or that way you can help them get from point A to point B. Somebody is dependent on you to be who you are called and created to be. And so I just encourage you to die empty in that, right? Whatever it is on your heart, whatever your mind, your skill, your talents, whatever that thing that tell you, man, maybe you can't do that, man, do that thing. Start pursuing that thing this year, right? One thing that we both shared and we agreed is that time is precious, right? Health is wealth. And it's like, as long as you got breath in your body, there's still time left on the clock for you to make a difference.
You're not dead, you're not done.
If you're not dead, you're not done. And with that being said, man, it's your boy here, JT, the corporatepreneur.
Tommy, the born again bachelor. Matter of fact, I didn't even plug what I got going on.
Let's plug it.
Real quick, listen, if you out there and you watching this and you're a man, you going through divorce, come see me. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna get you right. I have the Born Again Bachelor Accelerator that's launching in this new year, where we're focusing on helping men navigate life after divorce to achieve optimal peace and find themselves in the process. The divorce space, it's an underserved community. And I just want to help men navigate that space because, it wasn't a lot of resources when I went through mine. Mm-hmm. And I bumped my head so you don't have to bump yours. So in the coming few weeks, check me out on all my social media platforms, Tommy Billups. And come holler at me, man. We're going to get you right. We're going to get you healed. We're going to get you transformed. We're going to get you to rediscover those passions, man, so that you can thrive in a life after divorce. This ain't about getting back at your ex, looking good. This ain't upgrading. Yeah. This is all about you, getting you right so that you can be the best version of yourself. So come holler at me, the Born Again Bachelor.
Awesome. I love it, man. Born Again Bachelor, JT, the corporatepreneur. And we are signing off, y'all. Peace and love.
Peace out.
All right.